All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Naresh Mago and with me is VC Pramod. The headlines. Nation pays homage to Chief Architect of Indian Constitution Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on his 131st birth anniversary today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya at 11 a.m. today. Government approves continuation of revamped Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan from 1st April this year to 31st March 2026. Centre waives customs duty on cotton imports till September 30. Enforcement Directorate attaches 8 properties belonging to jailed Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik and his family members under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Mahavir Jayanti being celebrated across the country today. Festivals of Baishakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Nobobarsha, Vaishakhadi and Puthandu Pirappu being celebrated in different parts of the country. Rohit Sharma becomes second Indian after Virat Kohli to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket, and in IPL, Punjab Kings beat Mumbai Indians by 12 runs in Pune. The nation pays homage to the Chief Architect of Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, on his 131st birth anniversary today. Several functions have been organized throughout the country to mark the occasion. Floral tributes will be paid at Baba Saheb's statue in Parliament House complex this morning. Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar donned many hats, being social reformer, economist, politician, who dedicated his life for the people. Baba Saheb Dr. Ambedkar worked steadfast throughout his life to end social and caste discrimination against the marginalized sections of the society. From a humble beginning, he went on to become the first Law and Justice Minister of independent India. He was awarded India's highest civilian honor, the Bharat Ratna, in 1990 posthumously. President Ramnath Kovind has greeted fellow citizens on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. In a message, the President said, "An economist and advocate of human rights and women empowerment, Dr. Ambedkar is considered as a leading nation builder. He contributed in promoting harmony and tried to eradicate the evils of the caste system." Mr. Kovind said, a true believer in the rule of law, Dr. Ambedkar constantly worked for the rights of the poor and backward classes. The President said people should take inspiration from the life of this great son of India. He added that a true homage to Dr. Ambedkar would be to develop the country on the principles of social and economic justice and equality of status and opportunity. In Maharashtra, a number of events have been organized to mark the birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. This includes public rallies, processions, exhibitions, and many awareness programs. A report.
Birth anniversary celebrations of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar began since midnight at various places in Maharashtra. Maharashtra's Food and Civil Supply Minister Chhagan Bhujbal paid floral tributes to Dr. Ambedkar statue at Shalimar Chowk in Nashik. He extended his greetings to the citizens of the state and appealed to celebrate the birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar with enthusiasm. Leaders and office bearers of various parties were present on the occasion and the place was fully crowded at midnight. 131 lanterns were lighted and flown in the sky at the stroke of 12 a.m. at the famous Dragon Palace of Kamti in Nagpur. Former minister and founder of Dragon Palace, Sulekha Kumbhare, and Buddhist followers were present on the occasion. Birth anniversary was celebrated by cutting a cake and everyone shouted slogans to hail Dr. Ambedkar. Tributes will be paid by Governor Bhagat Singh Koshyari, Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar, along with other ministers and officials at Chaitya Bhumi in Dadar this morning. An exhibition to showcase the life and works of Dr. Ambedkar has been arranged at the State Secretariat in Mumbai. With Nisha Rane, Shailesh Patil, AIR News, Mumbai.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya at 11 a.m. today. The Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya is built at Delhi's Teen Murti estate and covers the lives and contributions of all the 14 former Prime Ministers of the country. Guided by the vision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya is a tribute to honor the contributions of all the former Prime Ministers. It is an inclusive endeavor aimed at sensitizing and inspiring the younger generation about the leadership, vision and achievements of all the Prime Ministers of the country. The design of the museum is inspired by the story of rising India. The logo of the museum represents the hands of the people of India holding the Dharma Chakra, symbolizing the nation and democracy. There are a total of 43 galleries in the museum. A report.
Starting from displays on freedom struggle and the framing of the Constitution, the Sangrahalaya goes on to tell the story of how our Prime Ministers navigated the nation through various challenges and ensured the all-round progress of the country. Information for the museum was collected through resources and repositories with institutions including Prasar Bharati, Doordarshan, Film Division, Ministry of Defence, and media houses. Appropriate use of archives, some personal items, gifts and memorabilia, speeches of Prime Ministers, and anecdotal representation of ideologies and different aspects of the lives of Prime Ministers have been reflected in a thematic format. The Sangrahalaya has employed cutting-edge technology-based interfaces to encompass heterogeneity in content and frequent rotation of display. Holograms, virtual reality, augmented reality, multi-touch, multimedia, interactive kiosks, computerized kinetic sculptures, smartphone applications, interactive screens, and experiential installations enable the exhibition content to become highly interactive and engaging. Anand Kumar, AIR News, Delhi.
Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has approved continuation of the revamped centrally sponsored scheme of Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan from the 1st of this month to the 31st of March 2026. It will be extended to all states and union territories of the country. Briefing media in New Delhi, Information and Broadcasting Minister Anurag Singh Thakur said this has been done to develop governance capabilities of Panchayati Raj institutions. He said the decision will help achieve sustainable development goals.
इस स्कीम के माध्यम से 2,78,000 रूरल लोकल बॉडीज को सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स के लक्ष्य को प्राप्त करने में सुविधा मिलेगी। इस योजना के अंतर्गत 1,36,00,000 लोगों को प्रशिक्षित किया जा चुका है और आगे अब हम 1,65,00,000 लोगों को और प्रशिक्षित करने जा रहे हैं। कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग और ट्रेनिंग के कंटेंट में भी सुधार किया जाएगा, रीडिजाइन किया जाएगा ताकि राष्ट्रीय और स्थानीय दोनों ही एस्पिरेशंस पर खरा उतरा जा सके। नई तकनीक को भी कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग और ट्रेनिंग से जोड़ेंगे और कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग और ट्रेनिंग के लक्ष्य के पूर्ण होने पर उनको इंसेंटिवाइज करने का काम भी किया जाएगा।
The total outlay for the scheme is 5,911 crore rupees, with the central share of 3,700 crore rupees and state share of 2,211 crore rupees.
The government has exempted the import of cotton from customs duties from today to the 30th of September this year. The Ministry of Finance has issued a notification in this regard, saying that the exemption on cotton import will come into effect from 14th April and will remain in force till 30th September 2022. The exemption will benefit the textile, chain yarn, fabric, garments and made-ups and will also provide relief to consumers. Textile exports are also likely to be benefited from this move. Previously, the import of cotton attracted a 5% basic customs duty and another 5% agriculture infrastructure development cess AIDC. National Agriculture Market, ENAM, a pan-India electronic trading portal, has completed 6 years today. The flagship program integrates physical wholesale mandis and markets of different states and union territories to facilitate online trading of agricultural commodities. Launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on this day in 2016, ENAM is completely funded by the central government and is being implemented by the Small Farmers Agribusiness Consortium. A report.
ENAM platform promotes better marketing opportunities for the farmers to sell their produce through online, competitive and transparent price discovery system. Farmers are free to register on ENAM portal and sell their produce. A total of 1,000 mandis of 18 states and 3 union territories have been integrated with ENAM platform, and more than 1,72 lakh farmers have registered on this platform so far. The agriculture produce trade with a value of 1,82,000 crore rupees have been recorded so far on ENAM platform in the country. Divakar, AIR News, Delhi.
The Enforcement Directorate has provisionally attached 8 properties belonging to jailed Maharashtra Minister and NCP leader Nawab Malik and his family members under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. The attached properties include Goawala compound property and a commercial unit at Kurla in Mumbai, a 147-acre agricultural land in Osmanabad district, 3 flats in Kurla and 2 residential flats in Bandra. Earlier, Malik was arrested on the 23rd of February for an alleged land grab case involving the Goawala compound property and the subsequent money laundering and terror funding case linked to fugitive terrorist Dawood Ibrahim and his aides.
In an exclusive interview with the News Services Division of All India Radio, Controller and Auditor General of India Girish Chandra Murmu shared information about the roles and responsibilities of the CAG.
Under the Constitution, Article 149, it confers the powers and responsibilities of audit on the Controller and Auditor General of India. It spells out that as may be prescribed by the law by Parliament, the performance of duties and exercise of powers will be regulated. Accordingly, we draw our power from the constitutional provision as well as from the duties, powers and the Conditions of Services Act passed by the Parliament.
He said the institution of CAG works independently and in a fair manner without any interference by the government. He said that the office of CAG is insulated from any kind of pressure.
The CAG's organization is insulated from this kind of pressures. Hardly such pressure come on us. In fact, the government and the ministries and departments, they request us to carry out certain audit for certain subjects or certain topics or the programs they themselves.
This interview can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.nic.in and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Nation pays homage to Chief Architect of Indian Constitution Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on his 131st birth anniversary today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya at 11 a.m. today. Government approves continuation of revamped Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan from the 1st of April this year to 31st of March 2026. Centre waives customs duty on cotton imports till the 30th of September. Enforcement Directorate attaches 8 properties belonging to jailed Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik and his family members under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Mahavir Jayanti being celebrated across the country today. Festivals of Baishakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Nobobarsho, Vaishakhadi and Puttand Pirpa being celebrated in different parts of the country. Rohit Sharma becomes second Indian after Virat Kohli to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket. And in IPL, Punjab Kings beat Mumbai Indians by 12 runs in Pune. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Mahavir Jayanti, the birth anniversary of the 24th and last Jain Tirthankar Bhagwan Mahavir, is being celebrated across the country today. Mahavir Jayanti is considered to be one of the most auspicious events for the Jain community and holds a lot of importance in their religious life. President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu have greeted the people on the occasion of Mahavir Jayanti. In his message, the President said that Lord Mahavir showed the path of spiritual liberation by observing the vows of non-violence, truthfulness, non-stealing, chastity and non-possession. In his message, the Vice President said, one of the most illustrious spiritual gurus of ancient India, Bhagwan Mahavir, epitomized the virtues of truth, compassion and non-violence. Through his teachings and austere lifestyle, he inspired the people to be merciful and lead a moral and principled life. The festivals of Baishakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Nobobarsha, Vaishakhadi and Puttanda Pirappa are being celebrated in different parts of the country today. Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu have greeted the citizens on the occasion. In his message, Mr. Kovind said, these festivals celebrated all across the country reflect India's diversity and also emphasize unity. He added that the festivals are occasions of enjoyment for the farmer community who works tirelessly for the betterment and progress of the nation. In his message, the Vice President said, traditionally associated with the harvest season, these festivals celebrate the vitality and abundance of nature.
India's COVID vaccination coverage has crossed 186 crore 21 lakh mark. More than 12 lakh 84,000 vaccine doses were administered yesterday. Union Health Ministry has said that more than 2 crore 36 lakh vaccine doses have been administered to the 12 to 14 years age group so far. More than 2 crore 49 lakh precaution doses have been administered to the identified categories of beneficiaries, healthcare workers, frontline workers and people above 60 years of age. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is celebrating the 4th anniversary of the launch of the Health and Wellness Centres. In an exclusive interview with All India Radio News, Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan said that Health and Wellness Centres aim to provide comprehensive primary health care, including promotive, preventive and curative care.
स्वास्थ्य केवल वो नहीं है जो अस्पतालों में ट्रीटमेंट के माध्यम से दिया जाता है. स्वास्थ्य का अर्थ है वेलनेस और वेलबीइंग. इसका अर्थ ये हुआ कि स्वास्थ्य के 3 आयाम हैं. एक है प्रोमोटिव, दूसरा है प्रिवेंटिव और तीसरा है क्यूरेटिव. तो प्राथमिक स्वास्थ्य केंद्र या हेल्थ एंड वेलनेस सेंटर्स जो हैं वो इन तीनों आयामों को एड्रेस करते हैं.
The Health Secretary further informed that Health and Wellness Centres will also provide tele-consultation services to the citizens.
16 तारीख को देश भर के 1 लाख से अधिक जो हेल्थ और वेलनेस सेंटर्स हैं वो टेली कंसल्टेशन और टेली मेडिसिन की सुविधाएं अपने अपने कार्य क्षेत्र में उपलब्ध कराएंगे. अब आप इमेजिन कीजिए कि देश भर में 1 लाख से अधिक टेली कंसल्टेशन सुविधाएं आम ग्रामीण को मिलेंगी जिसमें कि वो अपने स्वास्थ्य के बारे में स्पेशलिस्ट की राय, मशवरा, परामर्श ले पाएंगे.
The detailed interview of the Health Secretary will be broadcast in the program Spotlight tonight at 9:15 p.m. on FM Gold. It can also be heard on News on AIR mobile app and News on AIR official YouTube channel.
And now let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
जब तक जनगण मन का मान रहेगा, जब तक ये संविधान रहेगा, अरे हे, जब तक हिंदुस्तान रहेगा, बाबा साहेब नाम रहेगा.
In today's episode, we remember the architect of the Constitution of India, Bharat Ratna Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, who was born on 14th of April 1891 in Mao, Madhya Pradesh.
Young Ambedkar faced a lot of social discrimination while academically training himself, but he surpassed all of them. He prevailed against all the odds and completed a PhD in economics from Columbia University in New York City.
कोलंबिया यूनिवर्सिटी में सीधे ही जाते हैं, बड़ी सुगमता से ही उसमें दाखिल हो जाते हैं.
He also secured a DSc in economics from the London School of Economics.
Being a victim of caste discrimination, which inspired him to work towards the cause, and with the help of the Maharaja of Kolhapur, he founded a weekly journal, Muk Nayak, which criticized the orthodox beliefs of Hindus. He also founded the Bahishkrit Hitkarini Sabha to provide education and socio-economic improvement to the backward class. Instead of taking the route of violence, he led a satyagraha movement, fighting for the rights of so-called untouchables. Baba Saheb was nominated to Bombay Legislative Council in 1926.
In the Pune Pact in 1934, Baba Saheb reached an understanding with Gandhiji accordingly, where instead of a separate electorate, seats were reserved for depressed class legislative assemblies and the Central Council. In 1935, he was appointed as the principal of the Government Law College, and the following year he founded the Independent Labour Party, which went on to secure 14 seats in the 1937 Bombay elections, when Dr. Ambedkar was also elected to Bombay Legislative Assembly.
In the same year, he published the famous book, The Annihilation of Caste. In 1942, Baba Saheb was nominated to the Governor-General Executive Council. He was the only member in the council to handle 4 portfolios. In 1946, he became a member of the Constituent Assembly.
Of the drafting committee of the Constitution of India, he aimed to bring about a social revolution in the country, freeing it from any sort of discrimination.
Our difficulty, as I said, is not about the ultimate future. Our difficulty is how to make the heterogeneous mess that we have today take a decision in common and march in a cooperative way on that road which is bound to lead us to unity. Our difficulty is not with regard to the ultimate. Our difficulty is with regard to the beginning.
The Constitution of India provides the citizens with freedom of religion, advocates rights for women, abolished untouchability, and bridged the gap amongst the classes of the society.
After independence, in 1949, Dr. Ambedkar was appointed as India's first law minister in the interim government of independent India, but resigned in 1951 on the issue of Hindu Code Bill. Dr. Ambedkar also helped establish the Finance Commission of India, and it was through his policies that the nation progressed both economically and socially. He was posthumously awarded the Bharat Ratna in 1990. We salute the great nationalist social reformer.
We also remember freedom fighter Baikunt Shukla, who was martyred on the 14th of April 1933. A resident of district Muzaffarpur, Bihar, Shukla was imprisoned in 1930 for taking part in the Salt Satyagraha in his region. He was actively associated with a revolutionary party operating in North Bihar in the 1930s. On the 9th of November 1932, Baikunt, along with Chandarma Singh, killed Fanindranath Ghosh, who had turned approver in the second Lahore conspiracy case. Baikunt Shukla was arrested and put on trial and was hanged on the 14th of April 1933. We salute the great martyr.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के पावन अवसर पर आकाशवाणी समाचार के कार्यक्रम परिक्रमा में बृहस्पतिवार को शाम 4:45 पर सुनिए देश की आजादी में अपना अमूल्य योगदान देने वाले भारतीय स्वतंत्रता संग्राम के सेनानियों की वीर गाथा।
India-Nepal relations are on an upswing following the visit of the Nepalese Prime Minister to India. During the visit early this month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Nepalese counterpart Sher Bahadur Deuba jointly inaugurated cross-border passenger train services, RuPay payment system in Nepal, and signed several memoranda of understanding. They also inaugurated Solu Corridor 132 kV power transmission line and substation in Nepal, built under the Government of India's line of credit. The two sides agreed to give a push to the Pancheshwar project. Nepal has joined the International Solar Alliance. In an exclusive interview to AIR News, Nepal Embassy in India, Sharjah Fair, Ram Prasad Subedi outlined the high points of India-Nepal relations.
Both the Prime Minister reviewed whole gamut of Nepal-India relations in a very candid and friendly way. Prime Minister Modi ji interacted with the Indian business community, primarily showcasing the investment potentials between Nepal and India, primarily in the energy sector. Our 2/3 of trade is with India. India is our largest trading partner. This time, both the Prime Minister have agreed and issued a joint statement on energy partnership, power trade. We look forward to sell power to India.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar held a meeting with Commerce Secretary of United States of America, Gina Raimondo. In a tweet, Dr. Jaishankar said, "Our goal is to enhance resilience and reliability of supply chains and enhance trust and transparency in business." Secretary Raimondo expressed interest in continued engagement with the Indian government as the United States moves towards the launch of the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. Earlier, Dr. Jaishankar met with Ambassador of the United States Trade Representative Catherine Tai. During the meeting, issues of bilateral trade were discussed.
Rohit Sharma has become the only second Indian after Virat Kohli to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket. India and Mumbai Indian skipper achieved this milestone during the IPL 2022 match of Mumbai Indians against Punjab Kings in Pune last night. Rohit Sharma became the 7th batter overall to reach the 10,000 runs in T20s. West Indian legend Chris Gayle is leading the list of run-getters with 14,562 runs to his name, followed by Pakistan's Shoaib Malik.
In IPL cricket, Punjab Kings defeated the Mumbai Indians by 12 runs in match 23 of the ongoing IPL 2022 season at the MCA Stadium in Pune last night. This is Mumbai Indians' 5th successive loss in the Indian Premier League 2022, while for Punjab this is their 3rd win of the season. Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. Srinagar is expected to have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm. The minimum temperature was 11 degrees Celsius, while the maximum is expected to be around 22 degrees. Jammu is expected to have a mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards evening. Leh is likely to have a generally cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The minimum temperature was around 6 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 15. Gilgit will have a generally cloudy sky with the temperature hovering between 10 and 26 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will have a partly cloudy sky with the possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. The national capital Delhi will have strong surface winds during daytime. Minimum temperature was 22, while the maximum is expected to be 40.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. The continuing economic crisis and its fallout in Sri Lanka has been captioned by the Indian Express under the headline, PM Lanka Envoy Meeting. Colombo needs more, India may up aid by $2 billion. Rajnath visits US Indo-Pacific Command, reports the Tribune. Amid the war, India looks to rev up grain export, says the Hindu in a front page report. The Tribune reports that 90 SpiceJet pilots have been barred from flying Boeing 737 MAX by DGCA, saying they have not been properly trained to fly these planes. India to grow at 8%, World Bank headlines the Hindu. India exports set to cross $650 billion in FY21 as services hit record $250 billion, reports Hindustan Times. And finally, Economic Times reports that as NPCI relaxes limit, WhatsApp can offer UPI service to 100 million users.
And now before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Nation pays homage to Chief Architect of Indian Constitution, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, on his 131st birth anniversary today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to inaugurate Pradhan Mantri Sangrahalaya at 11 a.m. today. Government approves continuation of revamped Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan from 1st April this year to 31st March 2026. Centre waives customs duty on cotton imports till September 30. Enforcement Directorate attaches 8 properties belonging to jailed Maharashtra Minister Nawab Malik and his family members under Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Mahavir Jayanti being celebrated across the country today. Festivals of Baishakhi, Vishu, Rongali Bihu, Nobu Varsha, Vaishakhadi and Putanda Pirappa being celebrated in different parts of the country. Rohit Sharma becomes second Indian after Virat Kohli to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket, and in IPL, Punjab Kings beat Mumbai Indians by 12 runs in Pune. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.